Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. I'm the Fusilier, and last time we made a pretty important choice, and now we're just gonna have to live with it. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely at the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her, if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. Start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, not noticing Misha's head poking over my shoulder until she is almost on top of me. Came from behind. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers. What are you doing, Hee-chan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at her normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply, still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. I'm copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud? Aw, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hee-chan? It's hard to hear you. I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation, and it's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. Is it because of what happened between her and Lily earlier? This is what I get for trying to be reasonable? For trying to take the middle path? Shizune is way too prideful. By now, I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher is giving both of us, while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second, it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away, as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing. I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventfully. This time, I'm able to appreciate that it does. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I notice Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry. Although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself, like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, as if she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down on their seats again. I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone's being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune starts signing at me, and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Well, we're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. Sarcasm. Huh? The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she is speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper twist on things. It's still disorienting. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. I have never been yelled at cheerfully before now. Never mind. How could I forget with you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day? But Hee-chan, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership. Some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help. That's asking too much, is it? Yep. Help would be appreciated from students like you. Join the Navy. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it. So, it would be nice if someone would... Oh? Hello? Oh. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Oh wow, there is some bullying going on here. Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. It's a prank, bro. Yeah. She just retreats. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so. Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, Sato is not here. She, came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? Poor Shizune isn't going to look away. She is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little funny though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom, working on their festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere. What a useless woman. Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste, obviously to avoid any further contact with Shizune. Fortunately, this turns their attention fully back to me. See, this is, again, bullying the game's mascot. It's not going to win you many points with many players. Like, it's these kind of scenes, I think, that really got it into a lot of people's heads that, the opinion about Misha and Shizune. But He-chan is not useless, right? Right? He said so himself. I can see where this is going. I do not want any part of it. Not after that experience yesterday. Well, good luck with your preparations. I start packing my bag, ready to make a break for the exit. Unfortunately, I'm all the way on the other side of the room. The short distance to the doorway seems like a vast no man's land to me now. Shizune and Misha both start maneuvering slowly in front of me, cutting off my route of escape in an unsettlingly cautious way that makes me think of ship-to-ship combat. I think Shi-chan is saying that you should help us, He-chan. Gee, I wouldn't know. She's so subtle. But that's the intent. So, please, I can't keep up. We have to actually build stalls for the festival. Almost all of them by ourselves. Can you believe that? Hammering boards together over and over again for hours. It's really hard. I'm so used to it, I was doing swinging motions in class and I didn't even know it. She bangs her desk a few times, imitating hammer blows. It's so repetitive. I can't stand it. And yesterday, I actually hammered all the boards on top of each other. It was just a stack of boards all nailed together. And then I had to take it apart and do it all over again. And I got yelled at and laughed at. So... She clamps a hand down on my shoulder and grins, quickly running her tongue across her teeth mischievously. Do you have any plans for today, He-chan? I wonder if you do. Sure I have plans. Really? You're gonna help us, right? I notice her hands are moving constantly. She's signing everything we both say so that Shizune can understand. Shizune is being somewhat quiet today. Is she still angry? Well, probably at least a bit. I can see it in her eyes. This could also just be another way of trying to guilt me into lending her a hand. I have to find a way out of this. Hey, I should go now. To the library. Yeah, homework. I should get going, shouldn't I? I have to be diligent, because I'm a new student and all, so I have to make a good first impression, right? Yeah. See you later, then. Whoa. I turn to bolt for the door, but Shizune is blocking my path, her arms crossed over her chest, and a stern expression on her face. Where the fuck do you think you're going, you piece of shit? She wags a finger tauntingly and begins signing to Misha, with the manner of a squad leader giving directions to his fellow soldiers. It didn't seem like you were in any rush to get to the library, He-chan. That's right, Shi-chan. It does seem like he was probably going to slack off for the rest of the day. You're surrounded. Let's go to the student council room. Get in the bag. She lets out a chuckle and then breaks into laughter. I'm sorry, He-chan. I feel bad, but this works out for everyone, right? There's a certain manic energy to everything she says. That's right, Shi-chan. Yes, that's a good point too. Sure it is. Yes, this is beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. Yeah. I also thought he'd be more appreciative of our efforts. They pull themselves closer, as if they are about to pounce. Well, that doesn't sound too good. Alright. Hey guys, 2-on-1 isn't very fair, is it? See, Hisao's a more straightforward kind of guy. He doesn't think about that sort of thing much. She keeps looking forward and passive, then gives a sinister smile. Oh god. That face is magical. Come on, we have a lot of work to do. Let's go to the student council room. Gee, I don't know. Misha laughs. Deja vu? She chortles before letting out another laugh. You know, my horoscope said it'd be a good day for me today. Now that you're going to help, Shizune signs quickly to her. Right! I mean, now that you've decided to help us completely of your own free will, I'll be able to take it easy. Lucky, huh? I open my mouth to say something, but then realize there's no point. There's no escape anymore. I refocus on trying to think of a way out of this. No, their actions are clearly deliberate. There's no sense in attempting to reason with them. You can't reason with madmen. I frown. They don't even notice my discontent, further proving my suspicions. They seem pretty relaxed now. I guess they think they've already won, so they're letting their guard down. That's kind of arrogant. They pass forward in front of me as they move through the doorway. And I stealthily walk backwards, back into the classroom as they step into the hallway, turning towards the stairwell. I let out a sigh of relief and quickly pack the rest of my stuff so I can make my escape. Classroom door slams shut. Whoa. That wasn't very nice there. Ha ha ha! You really got us good though, didn't he, Shi-chan? Right. Ha 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 ha! That delay, that pause about it, like she just remembered to laugh. What was that about? I thought you said you'd help us. And then you bailed on us. And you thought you could get away with it, didn't you? The indignant expression vanishes and she begins to laugh hysterically, calming down only after an aggravated look from Shizune. Oh, yeah. You thought you could get away with it, but a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. It is a little comforting that Misha is just like laughing her at, just like always having fun. Just purely because it's kind of a little reassurance that it's not actually, they're not actually like out for blood. Because even Misha would notice if they were really, like, malevolent and they just wanted to use you. And didn't even manage to leave the classroom in the first place. Oh wait, I didn't even agree to help in the first place. Not very bright, are you, criminal? Thinking you could just shirk your duties like that. How low, He-chan. I'm a criminal? What did I do? What's the charge? What am I guilty of? That's for the courts to decide, criminal. I don't think we have to tell you that. Besides, you're the criminal here. You know what you did. Have you ever read The Trial by Kafka? No? What's that about, He-chan? What does that have to do with this? I read it a few months ago. It's about these people who run a kangaroo court on a guy who just wants to live his life. They refuse to leave him alone, and he can't fight the power. Uh-oh. He-chan, what does that have to do with anything? Hey! What does that mean? She turns back to me after signing back and forth for a lengthy amount of time. They figured it out. You know, we're both a little disappointed in you. You've let us down, Hisao. Dropped the ball. Left us hanging. And out in the cold. Get it. Is that any way to treat a person? To run away from your responsibilities? To abandon your comrades? We think you owe it to us to honor your commitment. What? But I didn't commit to anything. My breathing catches in my throat and I momentarily start choking. That's not true, He-chan. You said that you are not useless. You definitely said it. Yes. Definitely. 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 Muda. We are calling you on those words now. You better prepare to show that you are not a useless guy. Your honor will be soiled forever if you try to get out of this. So, for the rest of the day, we are going to hang out together, just the three of us, and work hard. Again, there's part of that I really don't mind all that much. You can't fool us. You should be happy. You're doing your school a great service. Ask not what your school can do for you, but what you can do for your school. How depressing. Cheer up, He-chan. She slapped me hard across the back with enough strength to knock the air out of my lungs. I gasped to breathe. Besides, aren't you happy you get to spend the day with two cute girls? Guess they are right. I did blurt those words out. Accepting my fate, I follow them to the student council room. The moral of the story is, you can't trust the system, man. And hammer the final nail into the stall. Took all the afternoon. Dinner time is nearly over. It is done now. Shizune pulls out a roll of measuring tape and a small level and inspects it thoroughly. She smiles, looking pleased, and then motions for Misha to come over. She says, you did a very good job. In fact, you might actually have a gift for this. Wow, I'm impressed too. And that was fast. Have you done this before? No, never. Never before. I never will again. Well, our quota for the day is 6 stalls. In a few minutes, me and Shi-chan should finish this one. That means 4 more to go. We're making good time, she says. Isn't this great fun? What? I can think of a million things I'd rather do. But I suppose everyone has to do their share for the festival. Even me. You're both lucky that I'm helping you two out. If I really didn't want to, I could have gotten out of it easily. Really, He-chan? Shi-chan thinks you are just running your mouth. Japanese people have no flight or fight reflex, He-chan. Racial mark? Aren't you? Izune tense her fingers deviously. Definitely. Definitely, definitely. If you really wanted to escape, you would have taken immediate action. That's how you know someone is serious, when they have no doubts, no regrets. Maybe it was a bad idea to tell you that, since now He-chan knows exactly what to do next time. But just the fact that she's alright with telling me this shows that she doubt I'll be able to act on it. Oh no, you're already our property. That only makes me want to do it more. I almost want the opportunity to do so to arise again. But if that happens, she might get me again somehow. Shi-chan says she is happy now. That's good. Much later in the evening, we are looking at 6 completed stalls. With the pride of a job well done, we sit back and admire the fruits of our labor, not sharing a word between us, just admiring. I realize I'm feeling quite thirsty. Hey, isn't there a vending machine out in the hall? They're on all day, right? Yeah, the drinks are very cheap too. We usually get something from there on days like this. I dig around in my pocket and find a single 100-yen coin. Is this enough? I'm feeling kind of thirsty. 100 yen? You can get any drink in the machine with that. That's good. It's very good then. Ah, wait a second. What is it, Shi-chan? Do you want him to get you a drink too? He-chan, you've really helped us out. So today I mean Shi-chan will treat you. Hey, what about me? What would you like? I'm feeling thirsty myself. So am I. Misha seems like she's getting a little crossed in the streams. I don't know. Anything's fine. I guess melon soda. Hey, wait, Shi-chan. I also want a drink. Aww. You know, it's times like this that I think she is just teasing me. That's probably it. I'm sure she'll get you something, right? Misha is so cute. Yeah, that's the division in the camps is between people who can't stand her and who love it. Yeah, she usually does, but you never know. Although, the voice is killing me. Izune comes back with 2 melon sodas and a can of fruit juice. She hands me one of the sodas, and the other one to Misha. Thanks, Shi-chan. I had total faith that you'd get me one. I knew I could count on you. But how did you know this was what I wanted? I usually get something else. What? You knew I'd want to try it? And that I like these kind of childish things? I gesture my thanks to Shizune, who smiles and nods. Hey, He-chan. Yes? We've been spending a lot of time together. Already, in such a short time, we've done so much. We should both stop beating around the bush. What I'm trying to say is... Sounds a lot like she's gonna ask me out, but that can't be it. Nevertheless, my heart is beating like a jackhammer. Damn. This reminds me of another similar scene earlier this year. Is that the trigger? I try to say something. My brains can't decide whether to stop her or tell her to continue. I feel myself blushing all the way to the ears. What I'm trying to say is... Would you like to join the student council? A disappointment. Did you think she wanted to ask you out, He-chan? I feel very embarrassed right now. I can feel myself getting even redder in the face. Oh, look at Shizune! Shizune also tries to hide a blush after Misha translates, then puts a few sheets of paper in front of me. So, how about it? All the paperwork is right here! And you are sitting down anyway. You look very at home here. Drinks and everything. What do you say? She quiets down a little and asks again, a little more solemnly. He-chan, what do you say? You don't exactly hate this, right? More than a little surprised by this sudden change of tone. I don't really know how to react to it. For one thing, she isn't shouting uproariously with no regard for tact. Before, I'm sure she knew already that I was gonna say no. This time, she seems actually serious. I think maybe you should join. Not just because we could use your help, but, well, you're hanging out with us anyway. I think Shi-chan would like it if you would join as well. It's not like you hate us or anything, right? It wouldn't hurt if you joined, and I'd appreciate it if you would. She seems to be having a hard time getting her words out, which is strange for someone talkative like Misha. For some reason, I'm almost troubled by it. Yeah, see, this is the... We're getting down to the level that most people do not, because they kind of like push back. But this level of, like, there's this huge student council room, and these two are the only ones on it this year. There's got to be something about that. There's got to be some kind of loneliness thing, which causes them to so like limp it on to you and just, I don't know. My eyes drift over to Shizune, who stares back at me tentatively. absent-mindedly cleaning her fingernails. If you don't want to join, I promise we won't ask again. But if you did, we would be really happy. Both Shizune and Misha seem to be unable to look me in the eye. Holy shit, it only took like 10 parts. Then we get some humanity. Can't lie. The thought of being around two such cute girls is something that I couldn't possibly pass up. I'm not looking forward to this kind of work every day. There should be less after the festival. At least I hope so. It is for the greater good. Alright, guess it can't hurt, so why not? Wonderful! Wonderful! Shizune tenses her fingers in satisfaction. She'll fill everything out, Hee-chan. Congratulations! You are officially a member of the student council now! Great. I'm not looking forward to a lot of work. To be honest, I've never done any student council activities before. Maybe it'll be a positive experience? Misha starts to clap, laughing exuberantly as she does. Congratulations, Hee-chan! Congratulations! 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 I get the message. Can't help but smile, finding such a display childishly cute. The student council is always busy, you know, but for today, we're done. See you tomorrow, Hee-chan. We still have work left, so we'll be counting on you. I leave the room feeling totally wiped out. The grounds are totally deserted. School looks pretty ominous this late. The council office is the only window with lights on anymore. So, we've made our choice, everybody. It's pretty clear where we're going. It's been pretty clear for quite a while, but yeah. Like I said, we're doing all the routes, but the order is, you know, it's up to me. And we're going all the way. Next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. Let's go home, huh? It's been an exceptionally long day.